Here is the dual fuel gravity fed rocket stove I have been working on and off for just over a year now. I named it the Freedom Stove because of the versatility and ease of transportation and storage. Out of all of the different style rocket stoves and different modifications, this stove has been consistently fail-proof and reliable. Got a couple bricks in the front to catch any coals if they were to blow out of there, which doesn't happen often, but it does happen every once in a while. And here is my fuel of choice. This is a 40-pound bag of pellets for electric pellet stoves. These are sold at a variety of stores for under $6 a bag. And I decided to buy a 50-bag pallet in bulk at Menards for $250. And was loaded right into the back of my pickup truck with a forklift. You can run small diameter sticks, but it requires much more work and time. And I'll make a video later on how to start and run this on sticks. So this single bag will fill the tube 10 times, run 10 hours on high and 20 hours on low, depending on wind conditions. It just requires a basic skill and understanding of having a fire. Wind and rainy days are not best to have a fire. I do not recommend running this on days with winds over 15 miles an hour, but on rainy days, I do run this under my awning off the back of my house with zero issue. Actually, this stove lives under my awning and gets slightly weathered every day for testing purposes. Still looks really good, considering I have over 400 hours of runtime and countless meals cooked and spilled on this unit. See, got some signs of wear. Holds up pretty good. I also make and include this little handy multi-purpose hand tool for collecting the ash and cleaning the basket to reduce smoke at the end of the burn. So there are two ways of lighting the stove. The easiest and fastest way is with a propane torch, which I got right here. The second way is shaving small dry sticks wherever you find all over the ground and stuff them into the intake, which is right here, and fill it just above the legs in the basket. Throw 1 cup of wood pellets on top of it, and just be patient. It'll eventually light. Today, I'll be using the propane torch, my handy dandy party cup, a bag of pellets. I'm gonna fill the chamber up here. But before you do any of that, you gotta give this thing space. It gets wicked hot. Max temps are reached over 800 degrees Fahrenheit, which equals out to roughly, I think it was 420 degrees Celsius. I don't know. I'm more familiar with the Fahrenheit, but yeah, you gotta give this thing space. In case of any emergency, for whatever reason, you gotta turn this thing off, and you got a boogie. You need about 2 liters of water, minimum 2 liters of water. I have a lot more back here, but you would take this water, completely pour it all in here, and keep pouring it until that fire is completely out. Because once this thing is running, it is running. You will see the flames coming through the top, and it is impossible to turn off. So I strongly recommend having water on standby. Yeah, fire extinguisher when you're out in an environment like this. You know, this is one of my favorite peaceful places here. I'm sharing with you guys. It's just beautiful out here. Really enjoy it. All right, I'm gonna cut this bag open. We're gonna start filling it up, and we're gonna light her up. Give you guys a little demonstration. So my video making and my editing skills are not the greatest, so I'm just gonna get this out of the way now. Once I light this torch up, it's gonna be really hard to hear me, and I'll explain to you what is going on. When you notice a small flutter, I'm gonna stop the torch, wait for the flame to die, and blast it again for a few more seconds. And you'll see the flame take over, and the startup is pretty sooty, dirty. You'll see it coming out of there, and doesn't smell too pleasant, but it's only for a few minutes. Once more of the fuel ignites, more oxygen is going to be getting pulled in through here and completing the full combustion inside of there. And it's going to get incredibly hot, and it's going to clear everything up, and we're going to see some pretty big heat waves coming out of the top of the castle top there. Under perfect weather conditions, the hottest part of the stove, which is right in this area, steadily maintains over 800 degrees. It's pretty impressive. It's really cool. You get really nice sears. I do a lot of cast iron cooking on here. Sausages, chicken, steaks, peppers. I mean, I make all kinds of videos on this thing. Fluttering a little bit. There's some of the smoke. Doesn't really smell too well, but we're gonna give it a little more juice, and she's gonna be on her way. Not too bad. And there goes the wind, not playing in your favor. .412. So I'll check back in with you guys once it's warmed up a little bit more. It's kind of hard to tell with the sun, but there is smoke coming out. Doesn't smell too great, but it does clear out. Cold start, baby. Cold start. Smoke's clearing up. It's getting hot. Flame is growing. We're getting better combustion. More oxygen is being pulled in. Right now would be a good time to decide if you want to run this for a high cook or a low cook. Right when you start to see that flutter, you can make the adjustment on this door. Wide open, it's gonna be sucking in a lot of air. You can partially close it for low, and all the way closed for the end of the burn. But for today, I'm gonna go wide open, baby. Very responsive. Slightest movement of that door, it really makes a difference. So on windy days, you're really gonna have to adjust accordingly, or Right now the wind's pretty calm, so I'm able to run it open. I fabricate and fully TIG weld the pellet basket out of 1/4-inch stainless steel round stock. It'll never corrode. It handles the heat extremely well and will last decades in the stove. The faceplate is laser engraved stainless steel. The etching cannot be removed and it'll never rust. It requires 0 maintenance. I only put 4 little tacks on this one, but all my other stoves, I fully TIG weld it so no moisture gets between the plate. And I honestly like the look on my other stoves with it being fully fused all the way around. It's clean and it just looks more complete. You'll see these 45-degree kneecaps is what I like to call them, because you need strong knees for your legs, right? Yeah, this is the only stove that's made out of steel. All my other stoves, I made the upgrade to stainless steel. And on the other stoves, I also chose to stay with just the regular carbon steel legs. The reason I didn't go with stainless steel legs with the stainless steel kneecaps is because stainless steel threads on stainless steel threads don't really like each other too much, with a lot of abuse and on and off and on and off. So they're gonna end up gulling up, getting stuck. I'm gonna end up cutting these off and welding new ones on. It just turns into a big mess. So the carbon steel legs is a softer thread and it's not gonna gull up on you. I'm sure you probably noticed I have a stainless steel hinge. Again, only a couple of tacks on it. My other stoves are fully welded, except for on the inside of the door here. But yeah, this will require 0 maintenance and will last a very long time. It's 420. Flame's getting taller. It's getting hotter. Still a little sooty. She's not fully warmed up yet. If you're friends with me on Snapchat, you've probably seen dozens of videos of me every week cooking on my back patio, and probably know by now that I'm just a little obsessed with cooking on this stove and smoking food on my Weber kettle. I mean, I'm a big fan of cast iron, and I recently got into the stainless steel Comel game. I got the convex and I got the concave. It's been a real pleasure and fun. This thing throws out plenty of heat for it. I mean, it is just awesome. I'll make another video on that, but today's gonna be a little different. I came out here to have a cup of coffee inside my Stanley press and brew. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. It's $25 on Amazon. And just come out here and just relax, enjoy nature a little bit. It's been a while since I've been out here. Haven't had a chance to string my fishing pole. Otherwise, I'd be walking across the bank lines here. Back in December, I believe it was December 10th, 2021, the massive F4 tornado ripped through Mayfield, Kentucky. And my in-laws and cousins live 2 miles from where the downtown area was turned upside down. Luckily, they were not injured and still had a roof over their heads. But the biggest problem was they have 6 people living in their all-electric house. And this house has no power now. So the following day, December 11th, 2021, me and my wife are worried sick about if they were affected by it or not, or if they were injured. I mean, there's the cell towers down, no getting through to them. And luckily, my mother-in-law managed to get enough signal to make a quick staticky call to us to ensure us that they were okay and desperately needed a generator. It's completely understandable. I mean, what are you going to do? So we made the deal to meet halfway in Effingham, Illinois. It was about, I don't know, 3 or 4 hour drive for me, 3 or 4 hour drive for her. We met at a truck stop. And thankfully, we gave them this stove because they went 6 days without power. and they only went through 2 bags of pellets. It was amazing to see $10 in pellets, reliably cooked and fed hot meals to my relatives and neighbors of them. I mean, this stove sitting right in front of me is priceless and will forever hold a great story in my family, and it's going to be passed down for generations. It's really motivated me to make a small but big cosmetic improvements on this stove and following to ensure long life and durability where it matters most. They were a little costly, but the stainless steel kneecaps, high quality stainless steel hinge, and 2000 degree ceramic coating were worth the upgrades, I think. My only problem with the coating is I don't have an oven to bake and cure the stove. So my only option right now is to do a 2-hour burn in it once it is completed. So otherwise that coating's really sticky, and it's just got to be cured before it leaves my shop. You can hear it rumbling. She's nice and hot. So it's not quite the perfect conditions right now to run this thing full throttle. Got my door halfway open. See the flame poking through a little bit, but on full throttle and in perfect conditions, the flame will be running about a foot past that, and it will definitely turn this into a fast rolling boil. But right now we got little bubbles coming, and that's gonna be good enough for me, because I would really like my cup of coffee now. And this is it. Go slow. I usually do this with 2 hands, but for video demonstration, I'm doing it single-handedly. You just slowly let that guy go. Oh yeah. That's it. That's nice, man. I got my handy thermos here again, Stanley. Thermos doesn't need to be sitting on the combustion chamber here, but hey, it's a flat level surface. Makes it a lot easier for pouring, and all your grounds are contained in there. 453 now. Haven't added any pellets to it. We're still running pretty good. Open it up. I haven't touched anything. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could take this little scooper, start moving pellets either way, or you take the back end of the handle here and you can stick it all the way through that basket and really clear it up and work them pellets around. And be ready, because she's going to pick up heat pretty quick. Like, I can barely hold my phone here right now. It's pretty hot. But right about this time, when the pellets get to the bottom of this plate and you're running full throttle, you're going to have to start closing this door, because the vacuum's so strong, the pull is so strong through that tube, you're pulling air through the top here. And it's going to be too lean of a combustion, and you're going to start getting smoke. And it doesn't look like smoke now. The flame is getting lower though. It is leaning out, and we're just going to keep this door right here. But if you really wanted to prolong the burn, you could close it even more. And yeah, you'll probably get another, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes from here down. But we're gonna open it back up. So when the pellets start getting low here, the smoke's gonna start coming out. You're gonna have to close that door some more. Take this tool, mix up the pellets a little bit, get them down in there, because that soot is not nice. If you keep this door to the bare minimum like that, I purposely offset the door this way so it's never fully closed. This is going to be the bare minimum oxygen you need to completely burn it down to ashes. Seems to work pretty good on keeping the smoke down. I'm gonna open this back up because I know I'm gonna get a little more time on this before I will have to keep this closed. And I'm just gonna watch for the smoke. We still got plenty of heat rolling through. I mean, I had the door closed, so it was on really low. It's starting to pick up now. It's still really hot holding my phone here in my hand. Yeah, she's gonna be growing a little bit more here, but that's enough of that. It's 5:04. I have not removed any of these ashes. Still burning clean. 5:41. There it is. End of the road here. Do have some smoke coming out. It's not horrible. It's not choking me out. We're just gonna open this up a little bit. Like I said, it's kind of hard to do this while holding a phone, but yeah, I'll check back in with you guys after it is completely extinguished and ready to go back inside my car. 6:22. It's getting cold out. It's about 32 degrees right now, and we're still rolling. Still got heat coming. Yeah, it's still hot there. I can probably touch it and hold on to it about right here, and that's really warm. You don't want to get any closer. Sides are really hot still. So we're gonna wait this one out. 6:42. All the pellets fell through the basket. I'm not gonna wait this out any longer, so I'm gonna dump this out. I gotta head on home. So I'd say that's probably about 90% of the ash for this entire burn. And again, I only filled this tube one time. I still got another 9 runs to go on that bag. Very efficient. I'm gonna take this little bit of water I have here. I'm just gonna be sure. That's a wrap. So that's it for today, everyone. I really appreciate you taking the time and watching my very first YouTube video here. Hope you found some kind of enjoyment out of this or some sort of entertainment. And I will be making more videos here in the near future of all the different options on cooking here. So see you guys soon. Thanks. Bye.